Get my warm up in. Probably get me some ranked games in so I can get used to this shit. Don't want to get my ass whooped. Speaking of asses getting whooped, just got beat by one of the homies in the exhibition game. Gotta be able to redeem myself. Cuz got off on me. Didn't do me super dirty, but shit. I don't appreciate that shit. Get my playbook together. If you fuck with me, you know how I do. Run heavy, run heavy, run heavy. Might have to come back to this one. I don't know, I like that. Alright, so can get that. Alright, fuck it. Let's go ahead and get going. Alright, start the chat.
is in a few more playbooks, I think, than the regular gun type, but this has always been a solid formation for the past like 4 or 5 years in Madden. You have that here. You have spread. You don't have any trips tight end in this playbook, but you have tray wide flex, which can give you some similar concepts. And then you've got a ton of empty stuff. You've got bunch quads, which is super underrated, and all these other.
Let's see what we got this morning, baby.
Crazy in shotgun with this playbook. Next up, we have one of the best playbooks this year, without a doubt, and that is the Jets playbook. And with Aaron Rodgers coming over, I guess they reworked the playbook a little bit, but they've got a lot of good stuff. They've got a really good under center here in single back with some good formations. You've even got the tight double, which you don't see in a lot of playbooks. Then you get to I form. You got I form close, which is always good. You're not seeing this in as many playbooks as you used to, but it's good to have that. Of course, you've got the I form slot as well. You've also got strong close. Again, you don't see this in as many playbooks as you used to. So with strong and I form close, if you are a guy that likes to run and pass under center, you can audible between those two and really get creative. Then we get the shotgun. So, I mean, of course, under center looks solid, but let's talk about shotgun. We've got tight doubles. Again, you don't see this in a lot of playbooks. Always a solid formation. You've got your doubles. You've got your Y off trips and your trio. Then we got trips tight end offset, which is a little different than regular trips tight end. Regular trips tight end is a little bit better, but this is still a good alternative if you don't have regular trips tight end. But it just gets better from there. You've got gun bunch, and we already know gun bunch is a staple. You've got deep corner that's not in a lot of gun bunch formations, so this is a really solid one. Then you've got the bunch strong offset, which has some cool runs in it and some different passes, so you can all.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a solid matchup in store in the NFC, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Right away, they'll change the look. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Carr. There's Chris Olave. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion.
And
now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Over the middle to Smith.
Oh, come
The
on,
Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Second and goal from the 1. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now we got to answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Can't get my audibles ready fast enough. I'm fucking up. It's gonna be alright though. Get the hang of it. You get to it in a minute.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
A give running right is Vaughn.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
KD and Jones.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive room right here.
after the run by Jones. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Pollard going to try the right side. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Vaughn, they'll try the left side. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's play like a team. Finish it up. Let's go. Keep it going.
Need some cussing in this game.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Running right, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I'm trying to fuck that up.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the 1st half.
Well,
there's still
that
time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
I think we're going to start trying to go deep on this.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up past the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's a strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle Doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On first down, they go back to Vaughn again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
On the ground with Vaughn. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Vaughn is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Looking to throw. Prescott. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand.
Only in hindsight do I feel like I should have kicked the field goal, but we can get this.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. second down and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. A gain there of 21 yards.
All right.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. In motion right is Thomas. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. To throw, it's Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
See if we can get up in there fast.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
You can run that right back at him.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds here, the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here comes second down. A second down throw for Prescott.
Oh, I saw that.
It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That all up.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity
Automatically
or
make you play
results.
another game
And
after
there,
this.
not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
Pressure on us now.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's
Coach
in the
throwing
air.
his hat on the ground about that shit.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Smart. Bread and butter.
Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, okay, that's how they playing it early.
Now Prescott. That's complete to Lamb.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Gonna give us a lot of cushion, too.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a first down carry by Jones. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st down. Now Dak. That is caught by Lamb.
Just a critical breakdown defensively turns this into a huge play. And now you've got to get up to the ball and get moving.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Vaughn. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
I don't like the way they got us on that 2-4 conversion. Boy, that motherfucking goal line there.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got to play some defense on this one now. Is he having success in this
They'll
play?
come up 1st and 10 here. Now Carr. He's got his target. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Carr to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Keep listening. This might be the last play right here. You get a flag too.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Looking long for Thomas. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we've got free football, 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Good game, good game. Okay. You will receive, baby.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime.
All right, let's get to the formula that got us here, baby.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 68 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. Crossing the formation for the catch.
Diving in there trying to get that sack.
They're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Prescott now. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. This is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. An inside game to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll go again to Jones.
Good motherfucking run.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's a 7-yard touchdown run. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout. Really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head, we could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for...
My opponent hits a big street right at the seam of my cover 4 to get in the field goal range before we get another sack to almost knock him out. Almost.
Oh, you know. Okay.
At the start of the second half, I tried to run the penalty-based flex QB draw a few times, but it looks like it's been nerfed. So it gets me into a quick 4th and 5 that I decided to go for. On the next play, he comes out in a cover 2, plays the drag, but I barely get it over his head for the first. From here,
2-0, baby.
alternate between the inside zone and the wheel route on the drive H wheel until I get inside the 20 before he finally makes it.
Let's see if we can make it 3-0 real quick.
Tries to go for 2 to get within a field goal, but that's not happening.
So ass down.
But now we have ourselves a ball game with the entire 4th quarter to play. I want to score fast, but I also have to stick to my reads. So when I see a light box once again, I'm going to run because these are very opportunity reads.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And here's Isaiah Pacheco to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now here's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh, you got to come up faster than that play, boy.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice session,
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, kicks either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
No time.
Jabril Cox coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The smart thing would be to kick a field goal, but because they own it.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
All right.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And a throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the right side with Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Play clock about to expire. Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That good for 19 on a first down.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Jones will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Here's Prescott, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
This fielded right at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop. But that winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
All right, then. That'll do it early for a young brother.
There's not really anything to go over here. I typically go by overall because typically my fastest or fastest back is the highest rated. If somebody's constantly burning my receiver, then I'll switch to by speed. If I'm constantly getting lost, which isn't really a thing this year because aggressive passing is toned down and high pointing is toned down.
Did they rob me of that one?
I can go by height. When it comes to option defense, there's really no reason to not have it on conservative.
If they rob me, I might have to run that back.
Sometimes the read defender will go after the running back on the hand. Sometimes it'll go after the quarterback. To me, it's much better to always go after the
3-0,
quarterback.
baby.
And I think the Madden community pretty much agrees. But I'll show you
All
the
right.
difference between these two.
I'm gonna take a break for a little bit.
So the guy with the
Probably run some Call of Duty.
defender, if it's unaggressive, he's just going to go after the running back every single time, and you can see how there's